It's Charlie from Daily Motor. Today we're out driving the 2021 Lexus IS 500 F Sport rear wheel drive. Now, haven't completely been won over by the F Sport package. However, it'd be nice to drive one back-to-back non-F Sport to see if it's worth getting. But I do really appreciate having a big luxury sedan like this rocking rear wheel drive. Allows the car to be more luxurious, a little bit lighter on its feet, better riding, and more fun in Sport Plus mode. So we're going to go for a little drive here, talk about my thoughts on the car, take a little look at it, and see what improvements Lexus has done for 2021. So, I don't typically drive this around in Sport Plus. As I've been spending time in the car, I'm actually usually in comfort mode because this is a comfortable car. It's a big luxury sedan. You've got these many way adjustable seats, this beautiful interior. Why not drive it around in comfort mode? But being an F Sport, it can also hustle. Take it around this corner here. It's fairly neutral. It's actually surprising how happy the car is to rotate. The steering has a good weight to it. I like the feel of the steering wheel. And this is all particularly interesting considering the last LS I drove, I disliked it so much that I turned around and took it back and stopped driving it after about 45 minutes. I was going to drive it for the night. I had it back at my previous job, and I disliked it so much within half an hour of driving, I turned around and grabbed a different car. That has not been the case with this 2021 model. They've made a lot of really subtle changes to the interior, to the driving dynamics, to the powertrain. Big one is the touchscreen on the infotainment system. They didn't redo it, but they did make it touchable, so that increases its usability by a bunch. All of that comes in to result in a package that's just that much improved over the outgoing model. They're all a lot of subtle things that result in a much more pleasant package. Is it my favorite luxury sedan at this point? Probably not, but it does have a lot more to offer. I gotta say, with all the luxury SUVs we've been in recently, it's refreshing to get back into a sedan. There's just something about it. Nothing rides as well as a large luxury sedan. They're so good at soaking up bumps, making for a smooth driving experience. So let's put it in park here, take a little look around the interior as well as outside. It's a pretty dark interior. In the age where a lot of cars are having a lot of browns and tans and grays, very black in here, but it does a good utilization of materials. The smaller shifter works pretty well. You got the Toyota Prius style of going rear neutral drive over to the side. You figure it out pretty easily. Like I said, the infotainment screen, still a little bit cumbersome to use, but helped out immensely by the touch functionality. The only weird thing, and I mentioned this in my sound system review as well, this is the only mishap I've found so far. You can't scroll using the touchscreen. So you see, if I'm trying to get down to a different menu here, I can't do that. I have to tap this little scroller thing. Okay, fine, fair enough. But what about in this screen? You can see that little arrow. There's more down here, but I can't get to it touching the screen. I can't tap that. I can't use two fingers, and I can't drag it down. I have to use the touchpad to get over and then go down, and you see that second menu. If anyone knows a way to scroll using the touch functionality, I'd love to know. But other than that, things work pretty well. You can hop on over to media, choose whatever you want to listen to. Bada bing, bada boom. Other than that, I've been very comfortable on the highway tests in this car. It's a functional cabin. It doesn't feel quite as luxurious and not as much of a wow factor as some of its competitors, but all works quite well. And, of course, being a Lexus, everything feels super luxurious, very quality materials. It's a nice place to be. Now, coming on to the outside, I think here is where Lexus really stepped the game up in 2021. Just take a look at that appearance. I think that was cool how they added their new headlights in here. It's a little more subtle, but also more dramatic at the same time. I guess you all really like the grills on the Lexuses. I'm not a huge fan, but I can see how it looks kind of cool here, especially with the black grille and the white exterior, getting that F Sport, a little more aggressive look. I like the general flowingness. I think it's got a very beautiful outline. It's elegant, but also aggressive. I think they did a pretty good job with that. Popping open the trunk, you can either kick it open or just press a button and it slowly opens on up for you. Pretty standard fare executive sedan trunk. No big surprises. I like having a net to hold some things, keep them from rolling around. Back seats, a lot of people are going to be spending time in the back seat of an LS. So I'm happy to report they're very comfortable. You got some Alcantara inserts. You got hard-backed seat pockets, really large, could definitely fit a lot of files in there. Settling in, there's such a nice recline to the seats. At 5'10", I fit in very nicely, tons of knee room, an okay amount of headroom. If I were particularly tall, I would be getting up near the top. If you fold down the center armrest, you get some cup holders as well as a center storage compartment, quite large, 2 USB-A ports, and all these controls. You've got heated seats, 3-way on both sides as well as auto, a rear sunshade that will come up, and you can actually push forward and move back the front right seat should the passenger here in the king seat want more legroom. On top of all that, you've got a 120 volt, 100 watt wall style outlet down there. It is grounded. Bunch of air vents. You've got these two and these on the sides. Tons of speakers, obviously, for the Mark Levinson sound system. Pretty good place to be. Back in the front, let's start it up. Greeted with beautiful Lexus animations, decent refresh rate on the screens, decent resolution as well. Obviously, since this is a touchscreen, you will start to get some fingerprints. Let's get on the road, drive it a little bit more, talk about what we've got. You have multiple drive modes in the LS. You have Sport Plus, Sport, Normal, Custom, Comfort, and Eco. As I said earlier, I find myself oscillating between Comfort and Sport Plus. I don't see why in a car like this, normal mode isn't just comfort. Why wouldn't you want to be comfortable? It's almost as silly as the BMWs that have Comfort and Comfort Plus. Why would you ever choose normal comfort over Comfort Plus? So unfortunately, GoPro was having a rough day on this day of filming, so we lost the audio for the highway chunk of driving here in the LS. If you do want to see more on the LS and its highway manners, check the link in the description for our real-world highway fuel economy test. We talk more about it there. Do a little 60 to 0 emergency brake stop. And see if we can get a decent launch here with traction control off. If you do full brake torque and just smash the gas and release, you will light up the rears. I'm honestly impressed with how well this Lexus can hustle. This is a big car. It's not exactly a sportsmobile, but it feels good. I'm impressed with what Lexus was able to do with this. Getting the rear-wheel drive definitely helps, and I think some of the changes from 2021 have made a difference. Many fewer complaints with this new LS model, and more things to talk positively about. Got a very good backup camera as well as multiple superimposed 360 views. You can even do this kind of neat thing. If you go over to the view button, let's see, it's put it in park, and then you press this view button over here. It shows you like a 360 degree sweep of the car to see if there's anything near you. It's kind of neat. You can press here, and that's supposed to kind of show you from a driver's point of view around the vehicle. A little goofy, but also kind of useful. Okay, a quick look at the engine. That little 3.5 liter, technically a 3.4 liter V6. Huge engine compartment, and yet it's just tucked away in there under all the plastics. You can see a bunch of stuff way back there. Alright, well thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see more on the LS, check the links in the description for our other videos. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, Drive on.